All right, you back on the 3LC reaction, and on this one, we're going to be talking about this divorce with Bill Gates, one of the richest men in the world, and even he still has to deal with divorce. What are your thoughts on this topic? It's crazy for me. Like here you have it. I mean, it don't get any more alpha male or successful than a multi-billionaire, yeah, even he still has to deal with divorce. So, and he doesn't seem like the Ike Turner type. So, like, what's the cause for divorce in this one? I don't get it.
Yeah, I like to know that myself. I like to know what's the cause myself. 'Cause I don't get it neither.
And Red Rum, you read up a little bit on it. What did it say? Irreconcilable differences, a classic. Irreconcilable differences. What was it that was the catalyst for this divorce?
Well, yeah, it says that adding to the stats, as far as women filing, she's going right to that stat because she filed and it's um, irreconcilable or broken or whatever it is. Bottom line is that's what it is with marriage. It's nature versus nurture, as they say. I can't remember who said it, but it is true. Nature versus nurture, nature always wins. Female nature, regardless of the success, you can be Elon Musk or who the hell ever. Those women for to get bored with whatever situation and they looking for a new adventure and it'll be soon over. It's just another case. And now who's he with now? Bill Gates, Michael Jordan. Um, the list goes on and on. The successful boss alpha males, yeah, those women will wake up one day and say, "Hey, I'm tired of this," and it don't matter what they have going. They're done. So she's just another. Nothing surprised me at all.
Yeah,
But
that's
I wanted to ask you that question though because we had a discussion about that in another instance as far as primates being monogamous by nature for a lifetime? Is it possible?
You asked me that question.
No, that's for Lamar.
okay.
He was talking something about only an earthworm or something has pulled
Yeah,
that.
yeah. You know what? You remind me a few.
So
I want to say it was maybe even 10 or more years ago. I was watching 2020 as I do when I get a chance, and they did a thing about monogamy. And according to them, this is some sad, some sad and shocking news. It reminded me of Six Sad World from that show Daria. Um, Apparently only earthworms are monogamous. Some sort of flatworms. I mean, not earthworms, but they were saying that the only species that we know of for sure that's 100% monogamous are those worms. So I mean, it's sad, but it looks like that's the case. I mean, because what other excuse you have for leaving a multi-billion? People like you say, maybe people get bored. Well, especially women, but it's not always the women too. In some cases, the men are ready to bail, but yeah, it looks like human beings and because like you said, we're categorized along with the primates. And yeah, it's none of the other primates are monogamous. So if you're going by science, that's not true. And then just off of experience,
and most mammals aren't either.
yeah,
Most,
yeah, mammals for that matter, reptiles and amphibians for that matter. They just keep the species going. They don't do any long term bonding. So I think and then going back to putting my philosophy hat on. I remember, I don't know if it was Plato. I always can't remember whether it was Plato or Socrates. One of them said marriage was just a technology, and he basically said it was just a technology used to ensure that men have their legitimate kids. Your kids are your kids, and I'm starting to err on that side because it looks like none of this shit lasts. Especially in the modern era where you got with modern technology, you have going back putting my history hat. From what I read, it said when the telephone came out, that caused problems for some marriages. The more new technology we get, the harder it is. Looks like for us to be monogamous.
Well, no, I'm going to tell you what's the big impact today, and I agree with that as far as social media. But I'm going to tell you who messed up marriage, and one of the key contributors that everybody lets off the hook. It's Hollywood, and more importantly, Disney. Because all of these girls are growing up as Princess Ariel, Jasmine, and whoever they're princesses from the time they're 3 and 4 years old, right? So what they're looking for doesn't exist. This new romantic energy and magic, and I'm going to be in love and bliss every day, and we going to live like how Ariel did when she had her prince and dad come up to the side of the boat on the wave, and oh man, she's just going to be in blissful love with this handsome prince for the longest, and he's going to treat her like a princess and be monogamy. And Disney has set the standard that can never be reached because it don't exist. And when the Disney magic run out, even Melinda Gates, it's not about success, adventure, or anything as far as material resources. She's still looking for some new romantic energy, and it's probably gonna be coming from one of the personal trainer ass niggas out there. 30,000 a year. And that's what it be about. And that's the whole big scam of it all. And that's why those divorce rates gonna keep going up.
Shout out to the personal trainers out there, man.
Mhm, mhm,
Dwayne Wade is a victim of the personal trainer too.
mhm.
Wade is a victim of the personal trainer.
Yeah. His the
That
mother of his
first, like you
first
said,
kids.
yeah.
Yeah, she got him you know, personal trainer
Uh,
got to do some extra training with her. Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, the baby mom. Yeah. The baby mom. She got caught up. And yeah, she remember
oh,
she tried to go ahead, I guess, and go with the Took and play that game routine and lost big. Went
Yeah.
to from two to play that game to sitting out in front of that courthouse begging and whining for money. It
Yep,
was tough.
and losing custody of the kids, and then saying that the kids were stressed out when he got with Gabrielle Union.
No, she was stressed out.
Yeah, exactly. She didn't think that was a good environment for the kids, and well, from the
I,
looks of one of them sons, it wasn't a good environment. But that's a story for another video.
Mhm.
Speaking of Dwayne Wade, though, did you see him? I think he on the cover of People magazine or something like that,
It
or
looked,
Lipstick or
looked
something.
like purple lipstick to me.
I mean, I think Wade done took a step over to the dark side, man. I think Wade done crossed over, bro.
Yeah, I
Uh-uh.
think he might be. Yeah, he with the Illuminati. That's what's keeping him relevant, got him on TV, I guess. Cause yeah, why you've been straight your whole life? Why are you wearing lipstick on the cover of a magazine? I don't get that either.
I,
I think he's either coming out or he's still dealing with the trauma and the shock of knowing that he got an openly flaming queer of a son, and instead of embracing it and say, "Hey, I'm kind of feeling shame about this," I think he jumped over and be a super advocate to where he to the point of running as a flambe down there in the gay parade himself. That's what I think is going on with Wade. I think he's so embarrassed he got to try to get gay himself almost to cover
I
that
really,
print.
I really think he always been gay. I think he's just coming out the closet. I don't think it's no embarrassment as you say. I like to disagree. I think that always been, I think he's been in the closet kind of guy, and I think he's got the courage to come out because of his son. I think his son gave him the courage, and he's just on creeping on out that closet. I mean, he might be crawling, at a little slow pace, but he on his way.
Well, let
I
me tell
mean,
you this
And
then.
this,
If that's the case, if Gabby not willing to do a Game of Thrones scenes with two guys humping each other and her in the middle, that's
who's
gonna
to
be
say that ain't happening?
it could be. I just said if she's not, she's gonna be right into the court with Bill and Melinda pretty soon. If that's the case, or she gonna have to
I
get in the
don't,
fray.
I don't know, cause I witnessed Gabby. I think she was on a show, a talk show, and she was saying, I think either he asked her to eat her ass or vice versa. It was
She
it
said
was
she
one of them. I can, I think it was
Wait a
vice
minute,
versa.
Gabrielle Union eating ass.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I want to look at it. So I'm not sure. I'm not sure if it was the other way around, but I'm quite sure they spoke on it, and I don't
Remember,
recall.
I
I
remember,
know.
if I'm remembering correctly, I remember because that's why it was more news to me, and it stuck because it was coming from her. I think it
Yeah,
was
but
her
I can't.
that was supposed to be. Well, that
Yeah, I
let you.
can't.
But see, that's why Dwayne Wade
so,
ain't going nowhere because she
so you
licking
know
stuff
what?
down in the crack.
I was just reading an article a couple of weeks ago because I got my Kindle and I got Washington Post. One of the articles it came out with was the fact that in the
Yeah,
LGBTQ community, the majority of the LGBTQ community are the B. Most of them are bisexual. And they were saying for the men, they embarrassed to come out. So yeah, you have a lot of closeted bisexuals out there. So, you know, D Wade probably like it in the front and in the back. So
yeah. It was her. It was her. It
I
was
know
her saying.
her saying that she do it, yeah. Because
Yeah, it
like
was
if
her
it
telling him
was
to
Wade,
bring
it
that ass
would have
here,
stuck
boy.
with.
In the
Yeah,
words of DC Young Fly, she was telling him to bring that ass here, boy.
all right. Hey, see, remember when we were saying, hey, why did Wade pick and marry Gabby? That was why. That was Gabby's secret weapon. Gabby know how to work that tongue and that crack. And she probably get her 20 years out of it before you get out of that.
So I wonder why. Remember, Vivica Fox did it to 50 Cent. I wonder why she didn't turn him out with that. You know what's?
I
I guess
mean,
Oh,
who's
Vivica.
to say?
she was
Who's
too
to say?
Vivica was too goddamn old, man. Vivica
I
was
Okay,
too
mean,
yeah,
old.
that.
who's to say? Because a lot of these guys be in the closet like a mother. They been deep in the closet, and I think Wade is on his way out the closet. I think he's crawling out of that motherfucker. I don't think he's ready to bust out of it, but I think he's crawling.
No, I
I think.
looked at
I
that
think.
thing and I
I,
put that People's Magazine up close. I was like, wait a minute, this looked like a purple shade of lipstick right here, if you ask me. It looked like lipstick to me.
yeah, I think that was a test of to see how the rear react. I think he's pretty soon. I think I'm not long. I wouldn't be surprised if we hear Wade coming out, Dwayne Wade coming out saying, "Hey man, I'm playing for the other team." I think
And
that was a teaser to see what kind of reaction he get, and depending on how people react, I think
they're
we
gonna
might
make
see
money off of
pressure.
it. They're gonna make big money because then Gabby gonna say how brave she is and how she's sticking by him and how she a big advocate, and they're gonna get more gigs and more strutting around and all that stuff to do and make money off of it. And because when Wade announced that on his son, I think he was still playing. And that next game, when he saw he got that standing ovation at home after coming out just for that news, I think he was like, hey, this is a good lane right here. This
I
is a
think
good
it
lane.
gave him all the courage he needed.
Yeah,
Now he's ready.
I wouldn't doubt that.
Now he's ready to tell the world, hey, I'm
I'm
playing with the other team. Yeah, I'm flaming, because he been creeping out and crawling, saying he a fashion designer. The way he walked to the games and all that. Some of
oh
his choice of
yeah.
clothing. I mean, it's questionable clothing that he wear. Talking about he into fashion, wearing women. Yeah, he been coming out a long time. He just slowly but surely. What's this?
Remember
What's
this
this?
from Friday? On
What it
Friday
say?
after Friday after next, you like because your sons. I'm not gonna repeat it because I don't want to get removed from the platform. But yeah, it's we're in that era now where
I I I think with Wade, I think he's trying to act like he's being courageous and supporting his son, but really he getting all the energy from his son, all his courage, all that coming from his son. I think he's
so
getting
you don't think he's
empowered through
just
his
doing
son.
it to make his son feel better. You two think he's actually um um
I mean, the
uh
signs are there, bro. The signs are there. The signs are there. I
man.
mean,
I was just thinking he was doing it to make his son more comfortable with it.
I think
But see,
otherwise.
no, I'm just saying that I got to get at some thought though, your angle of it, because I hadn't considered that. I just thought he was doing it to support his kid because it's rough at that age and confusing and all that. So I just
I
thought he
mean,
was
but
trying to give him a boost. But you
yeah,
could
but
be
I
right.
mean, I mean, support. All you gotta do is support. Just showing someone you love them and you got their back. You don't have to come out as a flaming, cross dresser because your son think he's, you know what I mean, you know what I mean, need the support, you just show support just come from, hey, I got your back. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That don't mean I gotta be playing like I'm, you know, uh, playing for the other team, just to support you. No, I'm gonna support you and stick. You're a man. You know what I mean? But if